welcome back to another episode of Bea Inclusive. I have some insightful conversations lined up for you. First of all, you will hear a head teacher's experience with Lego-based therapy social groups, and then we will dive into the perspective of a school pastoral lead on the impact on the social groups. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm Bea Bednarska, and my passion is to empower schools, NHS professionals and parents in nurturing communication, social skills and the well-being of the individuals that they support. So last year, I delivered Lego-based therapy sessions to 32 children from Key Stage 2 at Eccleston Lane Ends Primary School in St Helens. We embark on a research journey using a randomized controlled trial design to gauge the impact of the Lego-based therapy program on children's mental health.
Hi, my name's Sarah Bond and I'm the head teacher of Eccleston Lane Ends Primary School. Eccleston Lane Ends is in St Helens in Merseyside in the northwest of England. We have currently 14% of our children are on the Special Educational Needs Register and 12% of our school are pupil premium. I'm also the PSHE lead and designated safeguarding lead in school. I would say that social communication and wellbeing are the absolute heart of everything we do at Eccleston Lane Ends. Our whole curriculum is built on our unique BRICS principles. These are principles that we have come up with that we believe are essential for the children to have as part of their curriculum, a foundation for their curriculum as it were, not only for their time in our school but into secondary school and into later life. Well-being and social communication are two of those absolute bedrocks, and so they filter into our entire curriculum. I believe that personal development is a real strength of our school. The relationships that staff have with children are outstanding. Because we are a small one-form entry school, every member of staff knows every child, and we strive to ensure that all children feel included and that diversity is celebrated. Inclusion as well as kindness, respect and cooperation are 4 of our 6 whole school values, and I feel that they encompass everything that we aim for as a school.
But let me start from the beginning. I'm cooperating with St Helens Local Authority via the virtual school, regularly delivering full day of Lego-based therapy training to their workforce. I met Sarah, the head teacher of Eccleston Lane Ends, at one of my trainings there. At the time, I was looking for a school where I could deliver my new enhanced Lego-based therapy social group sessions and check how effective it is, what works well, and what should be developed further. My second research targeted children's self-awareness, mindset, resilience and problem solving. So I asked Sarah if she remembered what I said when we met at the training venue.
I do. Everything that Bea said about Lego-based play therapy, about the qualities and the skills, that it resonated so strongly with me. It was everything that I felt that a certain number of our children in school just needed. As a school, we were already delivering lots of interventions. We have a great pastoral support programme and our curriculum is excellent. However, I felt that we just needed something a little bit extra. And when Bea started talking about Lego-based play therapy, I thought, that's it, that's what we need. When Bea explained that she needed a school to take part in her research project, I literally bit her hand off. As soon as we got to the break, I ran to her and said, please, 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 can we be involved? As I just knew it would benefit our children so, so much.
I do remember Sarah's enthusiasm, and I knew immediately that I would love to work with such a positive and passionate head teacher. As the support given to children in the school should be centered around the individual needs and must be evidence-based, I asked Sarah how she and her staff measure their children's success and how social groups intervention would fit there.
So whatever we do, we make sure that it is evidence-based and child-centred. We plan individually to make sure that we are meeting every child's needs. Our children are incredibly positive. Recent pupil surveys found that almost 90% of children always or mostly enjoy school and feel listened to by staff and like their voices are heard, and that their mental well-being is something that's taken seriously by school and is discussed at length. Behaviour and bullying incidents are rare, and we've had no exclusions in the past 5 years. Parents echo these feelings, with 100% of parents saying that their children enjoy school and that they feel really well supported in their mental well-being. However, more importantly than any of these, I think, is the feeling that you get when you walk through the door.
It was great to hear that this school didn't have a single exclusion in the past 5 years. I was very impressed with Sarah attending my training. She was so enthusiastic about delivering Lego therapy in her own school. And I think knowing the approach gives her an understanding and a chance to use it to stay relevant and bond with the kids that she supports. This will also allow her to help her staff when needed, and she will understand the requirements. So I asked her if she remembered what I said to her during the venue.
You told me that you were incredibly impressed that a head teacher had come on the Lego-based play therapy, because usually it was teaching assistants or pastoral leads. But I read the briefing, the little sort of synopsis of the training, and thought, that's definitely for us. I really want to go and see what that's about.
Bea Inclusive training is accessed by many professional groups such as counsellors, speech and language therapists, SENCOs, social enterprise organization workforce, educational workforce, and of course parents supporting their neurodiverse children. I asked Sarah about her training experience.
Training with Bea was excellent. It was really practical. As participants, we had the chance to play with the Lego as the children would, and all the time Bea rooted the training with theory to back up why we were doing the activities. So what skills and qualities the particular activities we were doing would bring out in the children. And I found the training fun, and if I found it fun, then surely the children would love it back at school.
It was great to hear this feedback, but the braver question had to be asked. So I asked Sarah if she would recommend the Bea Inclusive training, and why is that?
Yes, I would definitely recommend this training to another school. I feel like it's something that is easy to deliver and can be added within your already existing curriculum to just better meet the needs of some of those children who struggle with social and emotional difficulties, or struggle to work as a team, or struggle to voice their feelings or take turns. All of those kinds of things Lego-based play therapy can really have an impact on. Since COVID, we have seen a rise in the number of children with mental health issues. I believe that's not just in our school, but probably in schools up and down the country. We found that our children were not as resilient as they once were, both academically and emotionally, that they were struggling to solve problems for themselves, and the smallest little thing led to great upset that was not in relation to the incident itself. They've also become really reliant on adults fixing everything for them, and we really wanted to work on, with some of our children, those kinds of skills.
So as you heard, Sarah has her vision and she can see where the Lego-based therapy can impact her pupils. She also acknowledged all the damage that the COVID contributed to the mental health crisis across the UK and worldwide. She also identified several goals around children's communication, social skills and well-being. And she also recognized the importance of focusing on this to help children. I was also curious if her staff shared these views, so I spoke to the school pastoral lead.
Hi, I'm Lisa Garford and I'm the pastoral lead here at Eccleston Lane End Primary School. I am also the senior mental health lead as well as the attendance officer. I currently deliver DESTI training to the children who I look after to support their emotional well-being. I am also very recently qualified as a Lego-based therapy facilitator. My job in school is to support our children socially and emotionally, encouraging them to thrive and flourish and reach their best potential, not only in our school but also out in the wider community.
I asked Lisa about the ways of evidencing the progress of children that she supports, and this is what she said.
Okay, we continually measure success not only using relevant assessments and SDQs as well as observations, but gaining the child's voice, being child-centred and asking them their opinions in our pupil voice activities, not only about the curriculum, obviously also about feeling safe in school, how they're feeling, and what support that they feel that they need.
Evidencing children's progress is a good practice for the reflective facilitator. This way we know if we are progressing. So it was a great time to ask Lisa about Bea Inclusive Lego-based therapy program and its impact on school children. What positive impacts do my intervention make? Even
we do notice a shift in behaviour following an intervention. Children become more confident, they develop wider social circles, and their independence is much improved. So I first met Bea when she came to our school to do a research programme on Lego therapy around her Bea Inclusive with our children at school. Sarah, our head teacher, had done the training herself and she was so excited that she brought Bea to our school to promote this concept that she honestly believed would benefit our children. Learning from Bea and listening to the children as they were progressing through the programme, I discovered it's a great attention grab for the children. They're learning through play and are inadvertently developing a whole raft of social communication. Emotional literacy is developing as they are progressing through each session. It's just simply brilliant.
it was great to hear about the benefits of Lego-based therapy interventions. Next, I asked Lisa about her training experience with Bea Inclusive.
So I had the opportunity to attend a day's training with Bea to learn how to become a Lego therapy facilitator. It was so informative. We discovered the theory around why we use Lego as a therapy tool to moving on to the practicalities of the sessions throughout the day. We were teamed up with people that we'd literally met that morning. So you don't know each other, and as the session progresses you actually realise that you are developing those talking and listening skills and having a lot of fun at the same time. We could tweak the sessions, we had lots of discussions around the sessions, you know, who we could support, what children that we could support, either Key Stage 1, Key Stage 2, whether they are SEND children. Following on from that day's training with Bea, she's kept in touch. Not only did I gain certified 30 CPD credits, I have got a whole raft of resources. There's access to the platform, you can log in and all the resources are there for you, even down to which packs to buy, the reference numbers on the packs, how to organise your toolkit. The planning's all there, everything is there to facilitate those sessions with ease. It takes away the pressure of trying to fit it into your working day. It's just absolutely brilliant. What can I say? I can't wait to begin my first session with my first 4 children.
Thank you, Lisa. And then, of course, I asked Lisa if she would recommend this training to another school, and this is what she said.
Definitely. The practicalities of the sessions cover so many aspects of what is needed for those early interventions for social communication skills, team building, cooperation, listening skills, speaking skills, being a leader, giving instructions, and of course playing with Lego. Social communication skills are so important for children. Those who are struggling to communicate, or those who appear quite confident and dominant even, it can unearth a whole raft of new skills to be able to, be socially aware and amongst their peers and developing relationships. We discovered that yes, this therapy can actually change your mindset. A lot of our children did actually develop an actual yes, I can do that attitude. So we plan to implement Lego based therapy throughout the whole school. That's Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2. The interventions will be delivered once a week and timetabled in so that the children obviously don't miss out on that crucial learning from the curriculum, but also that they can access that well-being support, because you can't sit in a classroom and be able to learn if emotionally you're feeling that little bit unstable. So developing those skills and developing that positive communication, the critical thinking, the problem solving, ultimately the resilience, and improving our children's overall well-being. Obviously they will need to come out of lessons, but we will tweak so that the children aren't missing those crucial curriculum goals, and it will be very carefully timetabled in. It is a process that we plan to take forwards.
Thank you, Lisa, for this recommendation. Now was the time to ask Lisa about the social groups I delivered in the school. Did she, as a pastoral lead, notice any benefits? And if yes, what was it?
I remember at the beginning, Bea said that she had a group who were really, really struggling to get along. They all wanted to be in control, they all wanted to be the dominant character. They were arguing, they couldn't take turns, there was absolutely no compromise within the group in the session. They obviously participated during the programme, and by the time that they completed their own course, they discovered all the quality skills that are required from social communication to be able to get along. By the end of the course that they had completed, they realised that they were actually a fantastic team. They had developed all of those good quality social communication skills. There was problem solving, turn taking, team building, communicating effectively with each other, being positive. Bea couldn't have been introduced into school at a better time, really. Post-COVID, we did notice a shift in the personalities and the behaviour traits of our children. They were struggling to return to school from the home environment. They were struggling with their peer relationships. They were struggling with their learning. It had been a difficult return from the lockdown. Children were unable to understand and process their own emotions, unable to self-regulate, and literally had a zero tolerance to resilience, being very dependent on adults in school. Lego therapy really is exciting. The children absolutely loved it. It was, where's Bea? When's Bea in again? When is it my turn? Children couldn't wait to commence their groups. Completing a course of Lego therapy really has given the children the ability and the confidence to lead, to be able to communicate with their peers, to be able to develop their own resilience, the resilience to relationships, problem solving, and just the overall well-being really has completely changed.
As I asked Lisa about my time in the school and the interventions I delivered, next I asked the head teacher about the research rollout and the future plans.
So once Bea had announced that she would like us to participate in the research programme, we went about selecting the children. There were some children who we knew definitely that we wanted them to take part, and others that were just selected at random based on their interests and love of Lego, really. Once the children had been selected, Bea came in to conduct a short presentation for parents. She went through and explained the whole programme to them, told them the benefits and what would be happening, and they had the opportunity to sign parental consent forms. After that, we then divided the children into groups of 4 based on their cognitive abilities and personalities. Then Bea conducted a short one-to-one pre-assessment with each child so that she could get to know them, and then we were up and running. So our plans for the future when it comes to Lego-based play therapy are to roll it out across the whole school. We've already seen the really positive impacts on the children that Bea has already worked with, so we want even more children to benefit from that. So Lisa's going to, in the next half term and beyond, work with a range of children from Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2.
It's genuinely uplifting to hear about the continued success and adoption of Lego-based therapy at Eccleston Lane Ends Primary School. Thank you to Sarah and Lisa for sharing their experiences and insights. And to the entire school staff, to the children and their parents, thank you for embracing this journey with open arms. Your feedback and enthusiasm have been invaluable. Okay, there you have it. If your school or organization is local to Bea Inclusive and you want to host my next research, please get in touch with me. And for those of you who've been following along, if you would like more deep dives and case studies like this, hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world to me. Until the next time, take care.
Let's go!
Excellent.